Okay, gentlemen, ladies, we're going to go ahead and take notes on multiplying fractions. So set up your notes. We're going to be using an area model. With area model. So real simple, we're going to do 2/3 of 2/5. That's the example that we're going to be looking at. So 2/3 of 2/5 can be written as 2/3 times, use a dot for times, 2/5. First things first, an area model, we use a rectangle to actually set it up. We're going to set this up in 4 different parts. So the first part, 2/3 times 2/5. We're going to use the second denominator for our area model. So area model is written with a rectangle. Draw it out, and you're going to divide this into that number of pieces. So there's 5, so I'm going to divide this into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's step 1. Divide it into proper number of sections. Now let's look at step 2. Still the same problem, 2/3 times 2/5. But now I'm going to look at the numerator of the second fraction. So I have the same area model, still divided into fifths. And so I'm going to shade 2 sections, because there's a 2 in that numerator. So I'm going to shade 1 section, 2 sections. That's my second step. Let's look at step 3. By the way, I'm just redrawing the previous model that we have. I'm doing it in different steps just so you can see how it progresses all at once. So there it is. Here's my 2/5 that I've drawn out. So I'm taking 2/3 of my 2/5, which means I now divide this into that many sections. So now you divide vertically into sections this time. So it says 3 sections, so let's divide this into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Move it up a little bit so you have a little more room. And we move on to step 4. So this is the area model we have so far. And now you're actually going to look at the first numerator now of the 2, and you're going to shade that many sections of what's here. So I already have these, and I go ahead and shade these down, 2 of my 3 sections vertically. And this is the key part right there. Look at what's double shaded. So this is double shaded here, this is double shaded, this is double shaded, this is double shaded. Which takes us to the 5th part. So my answer of 2/3 times 2/5 is equal to the double shaded out of the total sections. You hear all these motorcycles going by probably. So, double shaded, so we see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 4 out of We count how many total sections are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sections. So just in summary, 2/3 times 2/5 is equal to 4 out of 15. You can use this for any two fractions as long as the numerator is smaller than the denominator. I want you to do a summary. 3 to 5 sentences. And maybe you can try a few practice problems. These are up to you if you want to try them. 3/4 times 2/3. 1/4 times, say, 2/5. 3/8 times, and this will be a little bit of a harder one, 4/6. I know you can reduce that. If you want to reduce it, it's up to you. If not, you can leave it as that. These three are just optional, extra practices. Make sure you do your summary before you submit it. Let me know if you have any questions.